it's me, RachaelLyn, and today is Financial Friday. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm really nervous right now. I'm really nervous. Oh my gosh, I am so nervous to talk about this. Alright, so if you have read the title of this video, you are probably here to find out what it is that I do. I'm going to tell you what my job is. I'm really nervous about it. I have never told you before because I've said like a couple of times before, I've never said what I do for confidentiality reasons, and just kind of, I don't know. And then at some point, like, it just kind of became part of a fun little secret that I had that I just kind of tried not to talk about. But I have to tell you because I want to be completely open with you. I want to talk about my finances. I want to show you my budget. But I can't do that until you know what I do, because there is a place in my budget for my job. So it's time I tell you what I do. I'm going to give you one last chance to guess what it is that I do before I actually tell you. And while you do that, I need to get on the road because I am meeting some coworkers. We are going to do a, we're actually going to volunteer together, separate from work. But we're going to volunteer tonight and kind of feed some people that don't have food. So right now, I got to get on the road. While I'm doing that, you can guess in the comments below what it is you think my job is. Alright, so like I said, I never told you before because of confidentiality reasons. But really, I don't think that that's really an issue. I think it was more about not mixing my personal life with my YouTube life, because the people in my personal life don't really know that I do YouTube. And so it just kind of felt like, well, then my YouTube people, my YouTube friends, you guys don't need to know what I do. I don't know. It just kind of, it was weird. And so I think, like, I'm really nervous in my stomach right now to tell you about my job, just because, like, I don't know, I think it's weird to me to like mix those two worlds. I live with my parents and my brother right now, and I haven't even told them that I've started YouTube again. They do know that I've done YouTube in the past. They might guess that I'm doing YouTube again, but I haven't even told them. And I think I do need to tell them, but I don't know. It's just kind of like these two separate worlds that I like to keep separate, and I don't really know why. And so, you know what? It's time to just let you know, let it out. And I'm telling you now because I want to show you my budgets. And like I said before I got on the road, I want to show you my budgets because that's part of my goals, is to you know, really rein in my finances. And in order to show you my budget, you have to know what I do, because I don't want to hide that money from you that I spend to my job. I also promised you yesterday that I would tell you why I had not been posting Financial Friday. And that's actually because I didn't want to tell you what I did. I didn't want to tell you what my job was. I didn't want to tell you what I did for a living. And I was really nervous about it. And then I felt like, well, I can't show you my budgets because that's in there. And I can't tell you what my job is because I just don't do that. And I just kind of froze up on Financial Friday, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. So I've been agonizing over this for a couple of weeks now. And I just came to the conclusion that I just have to share that with you. So, are you ready? You've probably already guessed. I don't know. I say things all the time like, oh, it's a year of work. But my year tends to go from, I don't know, July, August to May. That's a big clue right there. My year doesn't go from January to December. My year goes from August to May. I'm a teacher. That's what I do for a living. I am certified to teach kindergarten through 5th grade, but the last 4 years I've been teaching kindergarten. I actually tried to not teach kindergarten this year when I moved, but the school that I applied for a 3rd grade position said, hey, we need a kindergarten teacher too, and we think you'd love that. And I said, okay, because I need a job. So that is what I do, and I love my job. I love what I do. I love my students. I love my coworkers. But it is a lot of work, especially when you move grades or you move schools. I think it's especially a lot of work when you teach little ones, because you kind of have to prepare so much stuff and you have to make so many things, especially when you are still kind of starting out. And even though this is my 4th year teaching strictly kindergarten, I still have like so much stuff to make and put together and try new things. Everything has to be laminated, and I love laminating things, but everything has to be laminated because they'll tear it up, and so I can't just like slap something together and do that. I have to, you know, really take a lot of time to put things together. I spend a lot of outside time planning. All right, well, my battery died and I couldn't change the battery while I was driving, so now I am back. We have served food, we have eaten food, and now I am about to be on my way home. So let's go. Okay, well, I can't remember exactly where I left off, but I do remember saying that I'm a teacher and I work a lot. I don't just work 8 to 3. I work, oh gosh, at least 7 to 4, 7 to 5 usually. And then I go home and I do more work. I also do a lot of other side activities in order to make a little bit more money. I know that I've talked about working at Keeneland and Churchill Downs. I've been very open about those places. And I work there. I cash and sell betting tickets, and I mean, that's pretty good side money, but it's only a couple months out of the year, which is good because I don't know that I could really have a second job all the time. I don't know that I could handle it. I do try to work during the summer months most of the time. I did not work last summer because I was in transition, moving from where I lived in northern Kentucky back to Louisville. Along with working a lot, I also don't make a whole lot. So I will talk more about that in a future Financial Friday video. But for this one, I just kind of wanted to tell you what I did and why I'm always talking about working all the time, because there's always something. Like, I actually, even though I teach kindergarten, I actually have papers to grade so that they can go home tomorrow. So when I get home, I have to grade those, and they got to go home tomorrow. Well, actually, tomorrow would be today for you. So as you're watching this, they might be taking their little papers home. And of course, along with that, there is a line item in my monthly budget for teaching supplies, teaching materials, and different things like that. And I actually spend, I don't know, anywhere between 5 to 10% of my monthly income on my job. So that is something that you can maybe look for in my monthly budget, which I do plan on doing maybe next week. I'd like to show you that, probably for the month of February. Well, I guess really that's it. That's really all I have to say. This is just kind of like a reveal about what I do, and I'm posting this on Financial Friday because it has to do with my finances, and my job is what I do to make money, and money is all about, you know, Friday's all about money is what I meant to say. I would really like to know what you do for a living. So if you could put down in the comments below if you are willing to share what your job is, I'd like to know what that is. And let me know if you like your job, if you love your job, if you wish you did something else. And also don't forget to like, because teachers are the educators of the future. And I mean that seriously. Seriously. I am teaching these little kids how to be good citizens, not just how to read and write and do math, because I teach them how to read. Oh, kindergarten is hard. I teach them how to read, and I teach them how to write, and if only they would get the concept of a complete sentence, my life would be a little bit easier. I teach them how to add and subtract and just count. So we start with counting and then adding and subtracting, and there's just so much that I have to shove all this information into their tiny little heads in 9 months. So give me a like for being a teacher and educating the future, and also don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and you will get to see a little bit more about my budgets, about my weight loss, and I don't know, just other kinds of random things that I decide that I want to talk to you about, because I just love talking to you. So, and I love interacting with you and commenting and replying back to your comments. It really means a lot to me when you communicate with me. So, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you on Monday for a brand new daily video, Monday Madness, where I just kind of post anything and everything, whatever I feel like doing. It might be just talking to you in the car. It might be I don't know, doing something silly. It might be just like a vlog from the week. I don't know what I'm going to do. Monday Madness, it's just whatever. I might, at the last second, remember that I forgot to film something for Monday and just be like, hey, this is me, and I'm just saying hi. I don't know what I'm going to do. But Monday Madness, Tasty Tuesday, something food related, weigh-in Wednesday, find out if I lost weight, gained weight, and then things on Thursday, just kind of a more planned like list of something going on in my life, and then Financial Friday, find out how I'm doing with my finances. So that is my weekly schedule that I am going with for right now, and I will see you Monday. Bye. I think it's even more embarrassing to tell you that I'm a teacher, knowing that I'm $170,000 in debt to be a teacher. And not that there's anything wrong with being a teacher, because I definitely don't think there is. It's just teachers don't get paid much. And I went way into debt to not get paid much. So, that was weird. I heard a phone ringing. It's weird. I am really looking forward to summer. Actually, I really just want to get to spring break, which is just a couple weeks away. That gives me a little extra time, but I was running. I'm out of breath. I just had to go back into work to get my phone. Speaking of work, I'm a teacher. I teach.